Hey everyone, I'm Kate, and this is my One for One Life. Yep, we're talking about becoming a wise woman who builds her house. And, and the Lord teaches us in everyday, everything situations. I am a simple person. I really am. I like things just simple, nothing fabulous. What I just want it simple, make it easy, God. And God does make it easy sometimes. I have been looking at a couple different verses going, okay, we talk about, Nehemiah, he's setting up the men for their watches, and we talk about watchmen on the walls and and the watch of the night. And we go, okay, I'm like, Lord, what does all this really mean? And I believe I found a glimpse of the big picture. Okay. And again, I am not a Bible scholar. I know what God teaches me. And I hope this helps you today. It talks about in Matthew 26, Jesus is in the garden and he says, da, 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 where am I? And I'm going to start in verse 38. And he told them, my soul is crushed with grief to the point of death. Stay here and keep watch with me. He went on a little further, bowed his head to the ground, and saying, my father, if it is possible, let this cup of suffering be taken away from me. Yet not your will. I just said I totally messed that up. Yet I want your will to be done. I'm sorry. I want your will to be done, not mine. Then he returned to the disciples and found them asleep. He said to Peter, couldn't you watch with me even 1 hour? 1 hour. Can you keep watch with me for 1 hour? Watch. I'm like, watch. What is a watch? Um, in my looking up at this, there's different types of watches at different times, and they're called different things. And I have discovered that this year that the sensitivity in my sinuses is back. I had brain surgery it was 20 years ago, I think it was. And for the first several years, the hint of changing weather sent my sinuses into panic. It was like, oh, I can't even move my head kind of a thing. But over the years, it gradually just, settled down and was calm. At least I thought, until really I would say this year. For some reason now, they are extremely sensitive to weather changes coming in. And several times I wake up in the middle of the night and go, "Oh, gosh, my head is starting to hurt." Okay. But I got to go to the bathroom because, I'm older. And first couple times I just got up, which was a huge mistake because I shifted pressure by going from flat to upright. And my body, I went tried to go flat again and it said, "No. No, no, just no." So you stand back up again and you go, okay, it feels better. So you lay back down. And I did this the first couple times. I played this game, up and down until I really made myself nauseous with my headache. And I'm like, I can't even handle this. So I've learned, and this morning at 3 a.m., I opened my eyes and like, I really got to go to the bathroom. But wow. So I laid there and said, I know if I get up, there is no coming back to laying down. I know it. It's not going to happen. So I had a choice to make. Do I just stay there and try to go back to sleep? Or do I get up, take care of my personal needs, and then deal with the pressure that is going to come from shifting? And I got up. But I knew I knew that what I had to do. So I did it. So here I am at 3 o'clock in the morning. Now I'm downstairs in my recliner because now I'm upright and I'm awake. I'm awake. If you ever had a sinus headache, it sits right here behind my eye and it's just all, I mean, this is where they went in my head. So it's just like right here. So I sat there in my chair and I was like, all right, Lord. So I just began to pray. I'm awake. What else am I going to do? And the Lord tells us to keep watch. So here I am. I'm the only one awake in my house. And I just began to pray and watch over my house. So I'm praying for my family. I'm praying for their salvation. I'm praying for Jesus to make himself so known to my family that he would protect my house from the invasion of the enemy. That he, I'm just praying. And I'm praying, and I can't even tell you all that I prayed, but that's what I did sitting in my chair. I'm not quite sure how long, because the last time I looked, it was 3:30. But I was upright in my chair, wrapped in a blanket. And I would love to tell you that I was reading the word, but I knew my eyes were not going to read the word. So I just sat there and I prayed. And I went to war for my family. So if you look at, I'm really into this right now, going, ooh, what is that word? Where else is it used? How is it used? Is it Greek? What is it? And if you look at the word watch in verse 38, he says, stay here and keep watch with me. The word, it's a Greek word, and it's number 1127 in the Strongs. And it's used 23 times in the New Testament. 23 times. And it really means to give strict attention to. It's an active word. I mean, it's active. It's just not, it's just not lollygagging. It's active. We have to watch. We have to wake. We have to be vigilant and give strict attention to. So I encourage you to go ahead and read these verses that have this word in it. It talks about if you knew that when someone's going to break in your house, you'd keep watch. It's just, we have to watch. We have to be aware of what's coming towards us. Jesus asked them to watch, to give strict attentions, to pay attention, to be vigilant in praying why he was there desperately crying out to his Father. And he found the disciples, says, couldn't you watch with me even 1 hour? Can't we even be aware, be vigilant for an hour? So the word watch here in the New Testament is vital for us. It's a cry for us that we are to be vigilant in doing what God is telling us to do, and to be aware of what our surroundings are. And as this morning, after I woke up again, which was, almost 6, so that was cool. I knew enough this time just to turn off my alarms because I just needed. So I'm in this and I'm writing, I'm journaling about, Lord, okay, this is what's going on. You know what's going on, but where is my nugget in this? Where is this pearl of great price that I am digging for in this? And the feeling and the thought that just came across was, wow, I began to say, Lord, can you make me that sensitive in my spirit? As my sinuses are seeming to be with weather change. Can I just be so sensitive in my spirit that I'm aware, so aware when things are changing? And that's my prayer, that it's just not my sinuses that are the human barometer, as my husband said this morning. And he got up, came downstairs, and he's like, your head, huh? I'm like, yep. He goes, "You are like a human barometer." I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, but I want to be aware in my spirit of changes around me so I can be vigilant and give strict attention to what is happening so the enemy doesn't gain a foothold in my life, in my mind, in my home, in my family. We need to be watchful. That is how we build our house. That is one way that, we protect our house. So I am going to link some of the scriptures, and I went to and tell you how to find them. I love the the blueletterbible.org, because you put in the verse and they pull it up and you can find out all kinds of things about the words in the verse and where you find them and where else you find it. Is a treasure trove of information. In some ways, technology is awesome. In other ways, it drives me crazy. So, again, I'm Kate. This is my One for One Life. I invite you to come join me over on Facebook. There's a private group called My One for One Life, and it's about the cross, it's about community, it's about connection. And let's grow each other closer to Jesus Christ. And if you don't know Jesus Christ, today is the day of your salvation. No one is promised tomorrow, because Jesus is the only way to the Father. God bless and have a great day.